Hello and welcome back to Warsword Conquest, and you gotta say, this is good news. Oh yes, this is really good news. We're actually being awarded the town. I will accept the honor straight away. I was actually kind of thinking to myself, you know what, if he declines this, maybe I was gonna create my own faction then and there, but that would have been a bit, that would have been pretty risky. Let's just say that. Anyway, we can now manage the town and we can build our war academy, which is going to take 49 days, which is a lot better than what it was going to take beforehand. Obviously, that was because I didn't use Oggy Boggy's engineering skill before when we had, what was it, Brion. Yes, we did not have that addition to it. But now we do, so that's great. That's wonderful. It's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, we obviously have a pretty decent amount of people in the garrison here as well, which I gotta say I'm actually quite surprised at. We also have this castle over here. I don't believe this is mine. So this doesn't actually matter for me to, you know, defend it or whatever. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hello! Okay. Oh, this is a, this is a different, yes, this is a very different state of affairs, shall we say. So, yeah, what we are now going to have to face is a potential Empire vassal. Alright, that's going to be pretty interesting. Okay, so, what does he have? Well, he's got a bunch of wolves, apparently. He's got a bunch of wolves in here. He is actually running from me. Should I just take that as a sign that I should just go straight on in? I don't know. Let's do it. Why not? Let's do it straight away, and let's see what we could do. I mean, we're basically even here, as you can see. 149 versus 149. We're only getting 9 renown value for this. However, we do have a battle advantage of -1. Alright, that kind of, that doesn't really fill me with that much confidence. I mean, the battle advantage doesn't really matter one way or another. You know, the small amounts of units that he's going to gain as a result of that is going to make a very small amount of difference. But the 9 renown basically says to me that he probably doesn't have anything that's too impressive. But that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It could just be that, I don't know, we're just slightly less powerful than he is, or maybe the amount of low tier troops that I have is making a big difference in that regard. I actually don't know. However, the main problem we're going to have is dealing with enemies coming at us right here. However, obviously we don't really know what the Empire has in store because we've never fought them before. So this is going to be kind of interesting. I actually feel like this is going to be one of the more fun battles for us to participate in. Hopefully we're going to be okay to do it, and we're just going to do a little bit of something here. Wait a minute, where's the enemy cavalry? Over there? What is that? That's a bear? Alright, okay, hello. Yeah, I dodged the attack, of course. And yeah, so are these, wait a minute, are these Kislev or what? What's actually going on with these guys? Because they're just getting absolutely murdered here. There is not much they can do about this, that's for sure. Okay, I'm just going to tell my cavalry to charge in, tell my infantry to charge in as well. These guys are getting absolutely massacred by the Chaos Charioteer. Did you see how many of them were actually killed already? That's crazy. Okay, I certainly wasn't expecting this, that's for sure. Okay. Well, this is a lot easier than I anticipated. I thought to myself we're going to have some big problems with these guys. But apparently not. I'm not sure if that is just a classic Empire kind of experience. You know, is this the way it's going to be for us fighting Empire vassals? Is that a standard? You know, is that the standard kind of experience we're going to see? However, you know, obviously if we look at Britannia in comparison, they were crazy good at times. You know, if they had a significant amount of people that were on horses, we would have some huge issues. However, obviously the Empire doesn't seem to have anything too amazing. At least, as far as I'm aware, I mean, this technically could be a Kislev defector, but I don't think so somehow, right? I mean, I don't know. I've barely fought Kislev ever in my time playing Warsword, so I don't really have very much idea what they actually have. Chaos Chariot crew was killed by Wolf Brother. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully we're not going to see. Hopefully we're not going to see any more of those, please. Don't get killed, sir. I hope he's not going to get killed at the very least. Yeah, the charioteer is running away. Yeah, this guy needs to die. Get him. Yeah. Oh, yes, I slaughtered him. Okay, there we go. That's what you get, sir. There we are. Wonderful. All right. Yeah, oh, wait a minute. There's another one that's been killed. Okay, I'm going to actually have to get him out of there. I'm going to actually tell him to hold position over here. The Wolf Brothers are apparently quite strong, so we might want to be a bit careful of that in the future. I don't know how effective they actually are, or even what they are, but they do seem to be able to eliminate quite a few of our more powerful troops. Or at least I don't even know whether the I don't even know whether the charioteer crewmen are actually strong or not. But you know, I just want to be careful because we don't want to lose them. That's the thing. We don't want to lose them. There you go, Chaos Chariot crew right there. Thankfully, the Chaos Charioteer. Look at them. They literally got so many kills right here. Really surprising. Okay. Anyway, this guy did manage to escape. No, he is actually part of the Empire, so he is not a Kislev defector or anything like that, as far as I can tell, at least. And yeah, we can just basically take all of these. I'm not going to take the recruits, of course. We've got the Empire Musket and other pretty terrible stuff. And then we can just move on. There you go. All right. So there is a Bretonnian vassal here, but he has now since moved on. And I'm very much just... Basically, I'm looking forward to getting my War Academy up and running, because that means I am literally going to be able to field loads of rat ogres. And obviously rat ogres are generally, I mean, you know, they're not the... I would say that they're pretty strong, but I would say that they're not obviously as strong as some other big guys. So they're good for what they are, absolutely. And it's good to actually get as many of those as I possibly can. Obviously, otherwise, why would I be bothering, you know, building the War Academy to begin with? But I'm very much looking forward to it. Nagrat, yes, you will join me, sir. There we are. Very nice. Okay, absolutely perfect. Okay, so let's actually just take a quick look here, because I do want to buy some of my Skaven, well, not vassals, some of the Skaven companions' better armor. This guy's actually got good armor, and he's got a legendary sword as well. So apparently, I don't even need to bother with this guy. So Skiesel's looking pretty good. Ripnich, I believe, is also looking really, really good. Yeah, he's fine. He has a Skaven Killer Blade. I could give him this, which might actually make more sense. Let's give him that. There you go. Okay, so he can use my old legendary weapon. And Screets, I have no idea what he's all about. Okay, he's actually using this. He has decent armor as well. Nothing too bad. I wouldn't mind getting him a helmet, though. I wouldn't mind getting him a helmet. I went into the wrong place, of course. Thank you. Okay, so let's actually have a look-see here. I don't really want to spend 5,000. What about 2,000? There we go. That sounds like a little bit better, shall we say? And let's go for that as well. That's another 2,000 right there. So Ripnich, obviously, I don't know whether you noticed, but he actually doesn't have any legs. So we're just gonna give him some legs right there. And Screets can use this. There we go. And then we also have Measles here. He could also use something. Yeah, he's using... Oh, he's terrible. So what we're going to do is we're going to give him the Slayer Great Axe. This is actually a polearm, which is quite funny because he was using a polearm before, and he seems to be a polearm based character. So this actually makes all the sense in the world for us. And we're just going to try and buy him something really, really good. So what do we want to get him? Well, that's the problem, isn't it? Because I actually have no idea what I can get him without compromising... Ooh, this is actually not bad. Okay, this is actually not bad. And the Corsair helmet as well. That's actually seemingly pretty decent. And we could potentially get him something here as well. There we go. That's only cost me 4,000. That's pretty nice. All right, I like that. Let's give him this. Let's give him that and this. And there we go. All right, he's looking much, much better now. That's great. And then we got this guy, but he's basically just joined us, and he's a... Yeah, he's a long-range character, as you can see right there, so I don't know whether I really want to get him anything. I'm just going to give him the Skaven Killer Blade for the moment, and we'll just leave him the way he is. I could potentially give him one of these rifles, or I could give, well, basically any of my ranged troops one of these rifles. Let's actually see what Oggy Boggy is using. He's using the Chaos Dwarf Carbine. I actually think that he's pretty good at what he does. I don't think I really need to get him anything. Who's the guy that actually uses a pistol otherwise? This fellow? Yeah, does he actually have horse archery or anything like that? He has 1 in horse archery. That feels like a huge waste. I feel like the giant rat probably should not be used by him. And instead we'll just give him the Phalangan long rifle. And he can hopefully use that to good effect instead of what he's currently using. And then we'll give that to we'll give the Empire musket to Vugruk as well, and hopefully that's going to help him out slightly. But yeah, I think that seems pretty decent. Nagrat is the the new addition. There are so many of them. That's actually hilarious. What is he good at? Okay, he's actually good at archery, which is very weird. He has a pistol as well, which is quite funny as well, but there you go. Alright, yeah, I'm not going to be buying him anything because he's just joined, and we're just gonna let him, you know, sort himself out for the moment. Okay, so let's actually have a look at what's going on here. These guys, I guess we will fight this fellow just to keep him out of the way. This guy is actually one of the most powerful vassals I've seen, because it seems like he has the ability to recuperate his army so incredibly fast. It's actually kind of impressive. Anyway, I would love to be able to find a potion seller as soon as possible. Let me actually just get out my wonderful weapon here. Okay, here we go. I'm basically just not going to die, of course, because that's just not... We just don't die, you know. That's one of the really, really cool things about having so much ward save and dodge and, you know, ignore pain and all that wonderful thing. So yeah, we don't really need to worry too much about dying from the enemy's initial charge. Although, to be fair, if they get lucky, they could easily kill us. They could kill us really, really easily, and that would be a big problem. But thankfully, that doesn't really happen too much. So yeah, we don't really need to worry about that. At the moment, at least. Now, we do really need to worry about this. What's actually going on with my Chaos Charioteer right now? What is he doing? What are you doing right there? Yeah, anyway, yeah. Otherwise, this should be a pretty easy victory for us. And now the only question remains is what we should actually do. Because we now have a town under our control, which is wonderful. This is something that I've wanted for quite some time. And I'm really, really pleased that we've been able to finally accomplish it, because let's face it, we did get one earlier in the series, very early on actually, well, relatively early on, and I was really surprised that we even gained anything at that point. Anyway, okay, so this guy obviously has a bad personality, so I'm going to take him prisoner anyway, even though, to be honest, I would much prefer to let him go. Just purely for the fact that I have a garrison now as well, by the way, so I should probably take these. But yeah, just for the fact that, in general, I'm just wanting to keep him off the field, basically. Okay, there we go. We actually got some Skaven troops, or should we say Skaven companions, leveled up. Really, really interesting to see that. Hilariously enough, I'm kind of surprised because I gave them some gear and now all of a sudden they've leveled up. I don't actually know whether there's any correlation with that. Probably not. But still nice nevertheless. Is there a potion seller here? Potion seller, potion seller? No, there's a Skaven merchant. Actually, that might be useful for us. Hello there, sir. Do you have anything for me? No, he does not. I have some crude Skaven warlord armor. Okay. There is actually Skaven warlord armor here that is not crude, but I don't particularly care about that because it only provides us with a very, very small amount of an increase. As you can see right here, Skaven Warlord armor. Wait, there it is, 5724, and we have 5623. So it literally provides us +1. That is just terrible. That is just absolutely awful. Okay, so yeah, unfortunate. However, we did actually gain a couple of other people, so I can place these guys in here. And I actually leveled these guys into Night Runners by mistake just now, but that's alright, I suppose. It's fine. It's really not that big a deal. And yeah, otherwise we're just going to actually place these guys in the garrison here as well, because you never know, maybe at some point I'm going to need some cash. And in which case I can come here, I can take out these prisoners, sell them to a ransom broker if I can find one, because obviously there isn't a ransom broker right now in this particular location. Okay, so let's actually just have a look-see here. What is this guy? Okay, wait a minute. Did I not equip him with anything? Okay, apparently I didn't equip this guy with anything at all. So let's actually see. What is he actually good at? Well, not much. He seems to be good at basically anything. So what we want to do... This is a little bit problematic, isn't it? Okay, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him Weapon Master. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go for Intelligence. He's got Trainer Skill. He's level 12. Okay, well, we'll give him Weapon Master ×2, and we'll just level up his Firearm skill. It seems like this is going to be one of those rats that just becomes a firearm user. And obviously we got Measles here, who is just an absolute beast with his Iron Flesh and Power Strike. And I'm actually wondering what we want to do with this. I'm thinking personally that we probably want to go for literal just more strength every single time. But I'm also thinking maybe it would be a good idea to get some agility. So that's what I'm going to do. Go for some more agility, get some more Weapon Master. I want him to try and level up his polearm skill as fast as we can. Because if he can level up his polearm skill, we're going to have a great time. Unfortunately, I sold those 2 pistols, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem for for that guy, because we just got him some Weapon Master and he literally doesn't have any relatively decent weapons at all. So I'm hopeful that we'll maybe just get some. Maybe we'll just find some, you know, on the fields of battle, as you do. Or as you may or may not do. It very much depends, of course. But yeah, hopefully we'll be okay. And let's see, can my guys actually start hitting enemies from long range? I'm kind of hoping that they will be able to do that at some point. And you know what? We're just going to have to be very, very careful here, because what I really want to do is I really want to get these guys to attack the enemy cavalry a little bit and then just have them to come back. That's basically all I want to do. I just want to kind of stop the enemy from being, yeah, should we say, too offensive. I don't want them to be super offensive right here. And I think this is... yeah, we're going to have to put them over here. Let's tell my forces to charge in. Let's tell my infantry to charge in as well. I think my forces are actually looking to be in pretty decent locations right now. Going to have to switch over to my other weapon here. Nice. Alright, yeah, we're absolutely fine here. Oh, wow, okay, the enemy is actually charging me instead of charging my archers, which is actually perfect. That is a really, really good situation to be in. It seems like some of them are actually going to attempt to eliminate my charioteer, which I'm not a big fan of. I would much prefer them to be focusing someone else. But we should be okay. We should be okay. We just gotta be really, really careful about the Chaos Charioteer being eliminated. It seems like they are being pursued by something. That is so hilarious. Look at the paladin. He's riding on one of those war gore things, or what is it? It's not a targ, right? What are these things? A razor gore or something like that? I actually have no idea what the mount is called, but whatever these whatever these beast men are riding on, I think they are a razor gore or something like that. I don't know. I don't know what it's called. But the fact is, that mount, him being on that is hilarious. It's literally like him being on a rat, you know, because we saw a paladin on a rat in a previous episode, and I thought that was hilarious as well. Look at him. Look at him. It looks completely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What is it? What is he doing? He's absolutely I don't even know. I don't even know what he's doing, but there you go. We were able to achieve victory there, and now we can just move on. We did end up losing quite a few of those Razor Gore Thunderhoofs, but I actually don't even mind about that. I'm kind of thinking right now that I might like to actually just let this guy go. Because here's the thing. I'm literally only getting a little bit of money here. I'm not getting that much money from his ransom, and I'm not sure whether the reputation is going to help me that much. I guess the reputation would help quite a bit. Especially with evil factions. That's the point. With evil factions, it would help. But what I'm actually mostly considering here is if my reputation is high enough, technically what I can do is I can persuade people to join me. Now, I'm not entirely sure if that is only applicable to if you have your own faction, because let's face it, it probably is, you know, because you're going to need vassals to help you. You can obviously make your companions vassals if you want to as well, but, you know, generally you can try to persuade enemy vassals or neutral vassals to join you. So if you have a good amount of reputation, a good amount of relation with that particular vassal, then you have a much higher chance of them joining you. However, I'm thinking right now, what difference does that make when it comes to Britannia vassals? Or any vassal that isn't from an evil faction, you know, evil quote-unquote faction, because obviously evil is subjective in this case, because obviously the Skaven, I don't know, do they consider themselves evil? Maybe they do, maybe they don't, I don't know. But that's the point, it's the same thing really. So that's the thing, I think we're just gonna take him prisoner. I guess that's good, that's definitely gonna be the case. We're otherwise just gonna take all of these. Oh, they've actually got some Chaos Zealots as well. Oh, I can't wait to find a Cult Master now. That's gonna be extremely useful for us. Okay, yeah, there we go. We'll just take some of these, even though the loot is absolutely terrible. It is really bad. And we got some poison for some reason. I don't know why the poison is being used by Britannia. That's a pretty strange eventuality, but sure, okay. And we've got the same people in here, unfortunately. Nothing really much has changed. Okay, so we got the castle under siege again, but what is it under siege by? Let's have a look. It's just this guy? Are you serious? Oh, that's funny. And look at that, we just gained 12,800 dinars to our treasury thanks to the fact that we do have this now, obviously. That's very good. And we also did just... Oh, look at that, we recovered from the plague. But we also had one of our villages advance to rich status. So that's actually super nice too. And that means that we're going to be making even more cash from it, even though, to be honest, I don't really care about the cash, actually, from the villages specifically. I am mostly caring about the relation gain, obviously. I'm very much more caring about that. Anyway, so this is currently under siege by the Beastmen. So this is a great opportunity to take a look and see what's happening. Okay, yeah, so they're obviously going to be taking that. That is going to be a very easy victory for them. They have literally over 1,000 troops there. Pretty simple for them to do that. So we're just going to take every opportunity to make as much money as possible from the Britannian vassals. I actually don't even know what is going to happen to the Britannian people after Britannia is eliminated. Do they leave the world or do they defect to other places? That's the question. I don't know. That's the point. We are just going to have to try and figure that out. Anyway, we do have the opportunity to fight yet another Empire of Sigmar vassal. Alright, so this is... Oh my! Okay, we're getting 20 renown for this. This is actually incredible amounts of renown. I'm a bit worried about that. That means that this fellow has some pretty strong units, and this is harsh. This is going to be a harsh thing for us to pull off here. Hopefully we're going to be okay. I mean, I'm going to tell my cavalry to charge in straight away. I'm just going to switch to this, take these guys off their mounts. We are very used to fighting mounted troops, so hopefully this is going to be enough. This guy really needs to die, thank you. Get out of my face, thank you very much, sir. Ooh, Oggy Boggy, look at Oggy Boggy's damage. He's coming in there with whatever he just used. I don't know what he used. But yeah, he did something, and it actually did some pretty good damage. Alright, so we're just going to tell these guys to charge in. Hopefully my forces are actually doing something right here. I think they are. I think I'm talking about my gunners, of course, when I say my forces. I'm not talking about, you know, my infantry or anything like that, because obviously they are doing something. So if we can just hold these guys off just a little bit. These guys are annoying, aren't they? Oh, what? I turn around and there's another one. Look at this. It's like the proverbial clown car, except it's a wolf car. You know, they're literally all over the place. It's actually, what? Why? Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, Doombull, I will save you, sir. I will save you as best as I can. They have insane amounts of survivability, these Doombulls, and I literally cannot get enough of seeing them in battle. It is absolutely incredible. Oh, unfortunately, one of them did get eliminated, but thankfully is not completely dead, so is going to be able to get back up. So that's really, really nice. And otherwise, we can... yeah, okay, the Chaos Charioteer is still fine. I'm going to actually move them over here. Going to move the archers a little bit further forward. Yeah, let's get this guy all the way back there. We do not want the Chaos Charioteer to die. We've got 2 of these, apparently. And we do not want them to die. And there's a bunch of ranged troops coming in. Thankfully, my Doombulls are closing the distance between them. And they're just going to absolutely feast. Oh yeah, they're going to feast upon them very, very nicely indeed, which is exactly what we want them to do. And I didn't even have a look at the stats of the Wolf Brothers, actually. I should have taken a look at that, to be honest. Oh well, never mind. Does it matter? I don't know. If we're winning this handily, it's not really that important. But there you go. We actually gained 16 renown for that. Really, really nice, actually. Okay, we ended up losing my other wild Chaos Troll, which I gotta say I'm not a big fan of, but, you know, it happens. It happens. And then we can just move on. Ooh, Wolf Knight Armor. Actually looking really, really good right there. I'll just take those things. And I'm actually very quickly going to take a look at the Empire of Sigmar. So let's actually have a see. What is going on with those Wolf Brothers? There's a huge, huge amount of different troops that you can get here. And as you can see, the Wolf Brothers are not actually even available at... Wait a minute. No, there they are. Are you serious that these are the guys that we're eliminating our Chaos Charioteers? Look at how basic they are. They don't even have more than 3 power strike. They just got 3. Really? I guess it's because these guys have insane two-handed axes. I mean, it does some pretty decent damage, so I can only assume that they... I don't know, caught up or something to our charioteers, and that was the reason why they were able to inflict so much damage, I suppose. But yeah, anyway, we finally have the ability to have our little town here, which is great, and hopefully the Beastmen will finish up their siege over there relatively shortly. And then we're going to be good. Then we are going to be absolutely fine, as Britannia will be eliminated finally. Obviously the Wood Elves are no longer at war against us, and instead we are going to have to deal with we're going to have to deal with the Empire instead. Let's actually just sell the Fey Enchantress back to them. I don't think she's really going to be able to do too much at this point. Let's build, I don't even know what. Let's build a shrine, I guess. I have no idea whether that's going to make any difference, to be honest. I mean, let's face it, you know, we are in a situation right now where we've basically built everything that I want to build. Everything else is maybe not so important, but I guess other things could also be somewhat useful to a certain degree, I suppose. But anyway, there you go. Now let's go into the tavern. Please give me a potion seller, potion seller, potion seller. No? Nope. Oh, well. Oh, wait, what's this? Baggage. No, I was just kidding right there, because I was just looking over here and being like, wait a minute, that Skaven's called baggage? No, that's not the case. Anyway, let's go over to Skaven Blight. I am still looking for the very elusive potion seller, and actually, you know, thinking about it, it may have been a pretty cool idea for me to pick up the musket or rifle that we saw in the previous episode from that guy, from the merchant, because that actually has the ability to fire 3 shots, according to someone. It has the ability to fire 3 shots before reloading, according to someone in the comments, and I literally thought to myself, oh dear, I should have purchased it. So thank you very much for letting me know. Because that means that when I inevitably find find that thing again, or find that merchant again, it would be extremely lucrative for me to do something about that. And for me to maybe purchase it. Anyway, that is probably going to be it for this episode. I will definitely in the next one be seeing these, be seeing the Bretonnians be eliminated, and we are probably going to be doing some dungeons as well. I'm going to try if we can. Oh, look at this. We actually took Nuln. Look at that. The Skaven underworld is spreading throughout the world like the wondrous plague that we all know that they love, and all the cheese and all that wonderful stuff. I actually don't know that much about the Skavens, unfortunately. I have played Vermintide, but obviously Vermintide, you're playing on the opposite side of the Skaven, so you don't really get their inner workings and how much they like cheese. But anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.